Well, Liverpool are seemingly in free fall right now, losing each of their last 4 Premier League games. On Saturday, Arne Slot said, every game, it's a different problem. So we decided to go back through recent weeks and see each issue that has been highlighted by the Liverpool head coach.
For the rest of the time we had ball possessions, playing the ball from right to left, but then it's so hard to play through that low block. Small margins, as I said, Galatasaray, we go 1v1 to the goalkeeper, we miss, they get a penalty. Conceding in the last minute a set piece in the extra time against Crystal Palace. And today, just in a normal extra time, they scored a goal where it could have gone either end. If you play United, that comes here with a low block, with playing a lot of long balls, then you know that is going to be difficult.
Teams have a certain playing style against us, which is a very good strategy to play, and we haven't found that answer yet. It's hard to win a game of football if the other team wins more duels, more second balls than you, especially if that is also something they are playing off. They took the game again with long throw-ins and set pieces. It should never be seen as an excuse, but if I say it was a soft penalty, I hope you guys are not going to tell me that is a soft or bad excuse. I don't know if that has been seen as an excuse, but from the last 6 games we played, it's been 5 away.
So are Liverpool running out of time already in this title race? Head coach Arne Slot has spoken about a number of reasons why his side has struggled in their last 4 Premier League games. But is it all valid? Well, Liverpool have been forced to build up against the low block for a significant period of time this season. They've spent almost a quarter of their time building up against a low set defence. Let's address then this long ball and how teams facing Liverpool have come with a clear game plan. In the horizontal, we have the number of balls in the air per 100 passes by opponents. In the vertical, we have the number of defenders bypassed per 100 passes by opponents. Now look where Liverpool are over here compared to the rest. Opponents of Liverpool play the highest percentage of passes in the air. Their average pass is also the longest distance. And opponents of Liverpool are bypassing swathes of the team in doing so, often hitting big balls over the top. And Slot is quite right to point out that 5 of their last 6 games have been away from home. Let's compare the 3 Premier League games to the corresponding fixtures. Last season, they were 1-0 victors at Selhurst Park. And remember 2 blockbuster late goals at the G-Tech by Darwin Núñez. Last season, that gave Arne Slot's side a 2-0 win at Brentford. In fact, Liverpool had the best away record last season, only losing 3 times. So what do we think? Are those quotes from Arne Slot fair about his team?
I'm not sure. I think it's excuses. I don't understand what he's trying to say. We're not winning the second. Well, that's up to you. You're not winning second ball. What do you expect teams to come up? He said it about Man United. Man United went long ball. Man United are not the team that are going to out-football Liverpool and play them at their own game. Brentford are going to use a long throw-on from Michael Coyote, who's got a great throw. Why would you not use, if Liverpool are struggling to deal with it, why would you not keep using it? No team's going to try and out-football Liverpool. What they're going to do is play to their strengths, and that's what Keith Andrews' team did. It's now down to Arne Slot to find a solution to get his team winning again. No one ain't writing Arne Slot off, but there's big pressure on him because he won the Premier League last year, but that was Jurgen Klopp's team. He inherited I know he had to change it and build it, but now he's brought in new players, and these new players that have come in have not started yet. So now he has to find a solution and a better way to integrate them players and them start picking up points. But now I like Arne Slot and I think he's a very good manager. But some of his comments, yeah, it seems to me he's making excuses. I think you've got to look in-house first, look at your own team and say, we're not delivering at the moment as a team. And the teams against us are playing their style of football that's going to get them the points. And that's what they're doing at the moment.
Just to sort of go through the excuses then, because you mentioned him bringing new players in. So,
yeah.
So one of the issues, and you're saying excuses, he talked about not being able to deal with that low block, but they've brought Florian Wirtz in for £100 million.
That's what I'm saying. So you brought...
whose, I suppose, job it is to kind of unlock that and be able to deal with that.
Yeah, well, we just talk about Arsenal there. Arsenal brought Eze in to do that. And every team that plays against Arsenal plays with a low block. He can create stuff. Odegaard can create stuff. So that's down to Wirtz. At the moment, Wirtz is a good player and he will come good, but he's not playing well at the moment. But I think he's not playing well because the whole team are not playing well. Once the whole team start functioning, I think he will function. He needs to get that understanding with him and Isak when Isak's fit. I just feel all these new players that they brought in have struggled massively. I can't tell you the one new player that's found his feet is Ekitike, and the rest have been struggling. He's the one that you can say at the moment found his feet. But I wouldn't write Liverpool off, because when they get it right, they do have the players. But something is not right at the moment, and it is down to Arne Slot to find that solution and sort it out. Because you see the tackle from Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk never usually makes that tackle like that. Otara's going away from goal. He's going away, regardless what Arne Slot wants to say. It's on the line. I did think it was a close one. He's going away from goal. You never see Virgil van Dijk make those reckless challenges. And at the moment, he's probably feeling it as the captain as well. But he's still one of the best around. He is. But at the moment, it's just not going well for him.
It's a weird one, isn't it? Because in previous seasons, it feels like Virgil van Dijk has been the man to kind of come to the rescue and sort of bail Liverpool out. But maybe Van Dijk and Konate both not in form at the moment.
No, they're not.
That's a bit of...
Yeah, but I think he's always covering for Kirkes. I know Kirkes scored on the weekend, but I think he's been a bit of a struggle for the football club. I'm thinking at the moment, maybe you go back to what you know in Robertson and let Kirkes just take him out for a bit. I'm not saying he's totally finished at Liverpool. He ain't, but I feel Van Dijk's always covering Kirkes, and I know he was doing that a lot when he was less younger. But now he's getting older and had a few injuries. Can't expect Virgil van Dijk to cover everything one-on-one situations. But I still think he's a top-class defender. And I still think if Liverpool didn't have Virgil van Dijk, they would have no chance of winning the Premier League. I think he's that crucial to Liverpool. If he ever picked up an injury, the title race would be over. So he is crucial to them, but it's just at the moment, it's not all gelling. And when it does gel, it will come good. But that's down to the manager to sort out, no one else.
Just picking up on some of the other sort of excuses and comments, talked about the away games. I mean, this is a team who obviously won the Premier League title last season, but had the best away form in the Premier League as well.
Yeah.
So what do you make of?
But he's saying he's had loads of. You can say you have loads of away games, but now you're going to have loads of home games. So that's just the way it comes out. That's just the way the fixtures come out. You're going to have loads of away games. Now you'll end up having loads of home games. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the away fans are better than the home fans. I'll be honest. When I play that football matches, sometimes you want to play from home because there's pressure at home because fans expect. So sometimes that can happen. So I'm not having that. It's just at the moment they're not in good form. They are not defending right. And obviously there's a bit of a problem at the football club now, but I feel Arne Slot will turn it around. I think all the best teams go through these spells, and it's Liverpool spells now, but it's just come at the wrong time where Arsenal are flying, and the gap is growing.
Yeah. Well, Jamie Carragher described the situation at Liverpool as a crisis. Here is what the fans had to say about that today.
Jamie Carragher's described it as a crisis. Would you go that far?
Possibly. Obviously, it's difficult to say. Obviously, it's only 4 games. There's still a long way to go, but yeah, there's just hopefully it'll all change.
I don't see it as a crisis. You've gone how long without really losing many games? You just have a blip at times. It's quite a new squad together, and they're all trying to fit in. You just got to give them time to blend. Maybe go back a bit to the bit last season and go back to the system you were playing, and then introduce them a bit gradually.
Do you think Liverpool are in crisis at the moment?
No, not at all. I think we'll have a words haven't gelled yet. When he does gel, he'll be outstanding. He will. He just needs a bit more time. It's a different pace to the Premiership, to the German league, and he proved that when we played Frankfurt, when we played really well. He just needs time to adapt to the pace of the game.
Yeah. Always love hearing from the fans just to see how they're feeling at the moment. How do you see this panning out the next couple of games before the next international break? How do you see this run going for them?
They need to start winning football matches because you're only as good as the last game, and they've lost the last in the Premier League. You can see like the fixtures they've got coming up. There is some tough games, and it is going to be hard for them. There's no easy games at all. So, as I said, listen, I do think Liverpool will bounce back. I did their game in midweek against Frankfurt. And then when they went a goal down, I was like, uh-oh. But they turned it on and they did produce. But they have got some hard football matches coming.
City.
That's what I'm saying. Look at, but you know what? They're probably good games for them. And you probably look at me and say, because there's going to be pressure on them. Villa are in good form after just beating Man City. Man City need to bounce back as well. So there's a lot of good games to come up. And and they love playing against the big teams, Liverpool. So I think, yeah, this will show their mettle, but they do need to start bouncing back, and it's down to Arne Slot to get the best out of them. I don't want to say it's a big crisis, but
Well, it's like between a blip and a crisis.
Yeah,
What's the word for that?
It. Yeah, well, you told me. You're more educated than me. You're asking the wrong person.
True, yes.
It's a team that spent a ridiculous amount of money and lost its equilibrium. I think to a fair surprise, we didn't think that they would drop off that much. But they've definitely lost their composure. The way that they were able to control games and have such a command. So what are we, crisis mode and ready? I just throw that out all the way to the right.
You think they're full on crisis mode?
Yeah. I think if you have your worst string of results in decades and you drop off and you seemingly can't find the result, you tweak and you have the 2 most expensive British signing records in history and they're not getting going. I mean, it's salvageable, but I think they're nearly out of the title race, right? I don't think, again, like Jeff Shreves often says, I don't think you can win the title in October, November, December, but you can be out of it, right? And Liverpool have taken significant steps backward. I think we are all in agreement that they've regressed.
When you say crisis mode, what comes to my mind is Slot is getting worried for his job. You think that's...
I think he has a little bit of credibility in what he did last season. I mean, think about it. He's only the second manager to win a Prem for Liverpool in God knows how many years, right? But he has to kind of figure this out. And I think if they go trophyless, if they do, I said this 2 weeks ago, you're not even thinking that this crisis could get worse. I mean, that's really bad. And Frankfurt were a disaster. Next season is going to be huge, and I'm already thinking about next season. If you go trophyless this season, like the follow-up act to one of your worst seasons, if it is that, it is going to be massive to see how they respond.
Lahoud, sorry, Aaron. Why do you think they've done so bad? Has it been not scoring enough or letting in too many goals?
You have to look at their back line, and you have to look at their midfield, and I really look at their midfield. Their midfield looks like a sieve right now, and there's a bit of a blueprint in how to get after Liverpool.
Like a what?
Sieve?
No, I've never heard that.
Sieve, it's like you can pass freely right through it. Sierra Leone, Webster's Dictionary.
Oh, okay.
I'll send you one.
Maybe you think it's pronounced sieve?
No. I've never heard that.
It's like when you sieve flour, you get all the lumps out in the flour.
But when you watch Liverpool have ceased to be the Liverpool we've come to celebrate and laud. Right now, there's things that I see, and I agree with you, they've gone from cracks in the pavement to crisis mode. They don't win second balls. They don't compete whatsoever on set pieces. They're not competing anywhere near the levels. They look much more like the team since St. Patrick's Day of last season. They'd already won the Premier League, but it's a bit of a hangover from last season.
Toss a long ball out to Konate and Van Dijk and see how they deal with it, right? It's in Spanish we don't even say sieve, we say es un flan, because you can just kind of just cut through it. And they've lost that organization defensively, and they look constantly vulnerable. Liverpool. And Slot needs to figure it out. But it's also like a player's responsibility. But moreover, I think this falls on Slot to kind of have the right formula to bring Liverpool back.
It's not just one thing with this Liverpool team. From the beginning of the season, Diogo Jota's passing has really affected a lot of these players. I also think with this core Liverpool squad that were with Diogo Jota, there's a bit of a disconnect between them and the new players that have come in. You've got big name signings, big money signings who are coming into a group that was so together. They all have gone through something. They all lost someone. And now it's all these guys who are coming in that are outsiders. Plus, they've changed their system, as you mentioned, going from a straight-up 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder who patrols in front of Van Dijk and Konate, who cleaned up everything, Gravenberch, last year. Now they're playing with two center midfielders side by side who both have license to get forward. And Liverpool are so vulnerable to the counter because they don't have good rest defense. A lot of those players at this point aren't really willing to sacrifice and run and cover and track like the Liverpool teams of the past have been. And Arne Slot is losing a little bit of control, I think, with the excuses that he makes, with the talking about set pieces, with talking about fixture congestion, talking about away games. The excuses are not really Liverpool-like, I think. he needs to accept more responsibility. He has an incredibly tough job. I'm not pushing past that because of the change that is coming. It's a really difficult job for a manager to manage.
I'm willing to give him a pass on the excuses and what he says outwardly.
I think
he was pretty coherent throughout the entire season last season. Never too high when they were winning, never too low in the seldom times that they lost. He was pretty sober in the way that he came across, and it seemed like a very...
Last season, yes, but I think this season it's changed. His tone has changed.
Wise. He spoke very wisely. His rhetoric always never lost his center when he spoke. And I'm willing to give him like some time to kind of correct these issues in-house, because he's not going to hang people out to dry publicly. I don't think that's his persona.
Yeah, I worry about this Liverpool side this season. I'm with you. I don't think he's going to get sacked unless they're in a relegation scrap, right? But the season is quickly running away and moving away from them. You just said that you don't see them in a title race. I don't even see them in the top 4 race if they continue in this mold right now. And that's damning, right? You can go with the players. 1 week it's Florian Wirtz, the next week it's Isak, but Arne Slot's job is to figure out how to put this together. And it's going to take time, because it does take time. But the one thing he cannot continue to do, why the hell was Andy Robinson not starting this game? Milos Kerkez is struggling right now, and you choose to put him out there. He gets his goal, right? But teams are looking at him and saying, go after Kerkez. He's a liability. And you need a bit more stability in the back. Go with someone who's been there, who brings leadership, and that's Robertson right now.
It feels like imagine those like old cartoons where the ship is sinking and there's holes all over in the hull of the ship. And the cartoon
running around trying to like
patches a couple of holes, and he's like, okay, ready. And then one hole back. And then he patches the other ones, and then the other one starts, the water starts coming in through the other holes. It just feels like that's what's going on at the moment at Liverpool, that like you kind of solve an issue, and then there's another one, and then you don't really end up finding your team.
Yeah, I'd say one of the biggest issues they have now is their upcoming fixtures. I mean, they've got Palace in the Carabao Cup, then they've got Villa, then Real Madrid, then Man City. And I think that would be a tough run for them. What do you think some short-term fixes could be for Arne Slot on this Liverpool side, Aaron?
Immediately going back to a straight-up 4-3-3 with a holding defensive midfielder in front of their center-back pairing, that would allow their fullbacks to still get into the play like they do. They would have their midfielders shuttling. Probably you need to move Szoboszlai back into the midfield. I thought he had a really, really good game. But Florian Wirtz has to sit on the bench right now because this team is so imbalanced with him in it, and he has not shown that he needs to be in the team. Right now, they got to go back to what worked.